Hello. Today is Thursday, November 6th, 8:21 p.m. It just turned 8:22, but I want to make another one of the I want to make another one of these journal videos, more specifically public journal videos, just so that I can personally track how I'm doing, the progress that I'm gaining, but also hopefully to inspire at least one person out there to do the same thing. So there are a lot of these sorts of challenges where you just record yourself talking in front of the camera, and that's great. Another or one creator in particular is Higher Up Wellness, but more specifically towards the short form content where you just speak into a camera for 60 seconds and just upload it to social media. That is awesome as well. I've done that. I've done long form content. I still do long form content, and it's going great. I honestly think that I've made a really good amount of progress ever since I started just speaking in front of the camera. Don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of things to work on. Lately, I've been recording videos and I keep adding the filler words, you know, and, but. So these things, I just did it again. Just, just trying to get rid of that empty space, but I have to keep reminding myself that empty space is good. Breathing, breathing room matters, especially when you want someone to digest something, especially after you've said something very, very important. So this video is for me. I'm gonna try not to cut anything out of the video. I'm probably not going to view this video after I record it and just upload it. I will watch it afterwards on YouTube, but sort of like as a play by play. Does that make sense? Or just it's like me watching game film if I were an athlete. Just see what I need to improve on, see what I can improve on, just so that the next time I make this sort of video, I do better. But communication is super important. For me personally, I can use it to make better content. I can use it to tell better stories, not only through my videos, but in real life. Whenever I'm interacting with people, with real life people, I can actually recall a moment and tell that story in the best way possible or the most entertaining way possible, just so that I can, put a smile on someone's face. It doesn't necessarily have to bring any sort of value, but it's just to spice things up a little bit, because that's what you need in life. If you're able to communicate better, you're able to express yourself better, which means there'll be less problems in your life in terms of communication. People will understand you better, and you're able to not only help yourself, but help others as well. Help others with the value that you provide through your words, through your speech. This is something that I've had a problem for a while now. Being able to speak off the top of my head was something that was very difficult to me. I don't know, I don't want to blame it on my past, and I've had a really good past, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very blessed, very grateful. But I was homeschooled, or I did not interact with that many people when I was a kid. So I literally just stayed home. I was homeschooled, played video games all day. I did not do much in terms of bettering myself. So it's just something that I want to improve on right now. It's not too late, but the sooner you improve on this skill, the better. And I feel like that's what I kind of want to get at. As soon as you see my sorts of videos, I hope to inspire someone to just change their life, to turn their life around, and just become the best versions of themselves. I was awkward. I remember, I always keep going back to this, but me starting that challenge where I I speak in front of a camera for 30 days, or not for 30 days, but for the whole month of May 2024. That, I think that was where it started, or where I took it all seriously. And if you take a look at my videos back then versus the videos that I create now, I feel like you could see a difference. And that's awesome. Someone told me recently too that I've gotten a whole lot better at speaking. And just like that one comment, that one little sentence, I'm like, okay, it's actually working. And I want to continue, because I'm not gonna lie, with the amount of content that I create, or that I have created this year, it's been tough, especially since I've been barely getting any sort of engagement, sort of interactions, especially for the amount of work that I put in. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful to be able to do this and to have even just a like or two on a video every time I post. But sometimes it does get a little bit like, okay, so when am I gonna start getting in these likes, these comments, these subscribers? They've been slowly coming in, but it's just like not at the growth that I wanted it to be. But I think the problem is that my content just sucks still. So I have to keep pushing, I have to keep growing as a person, and over time, it'll happen. I just have to be consistent, and I just can't give up. There are a decent amount of things that you can do for you to improve your communication skills. I recommend doing a whole variety of things. For me, I started off with speaking in front of the camera. I talked a lot. I talked for hours whenever I was in the car alone. I would just start my phone, start recording on my phone, and just talk. I was horrible, and I have maybe hundreds of hours of me doing this at this point in like my hard drives. So it takes a really long time, at least for me it did. Maybe you might progress faster, maybe you have a means of talking not just in front of a camera but with people in real life. Interacting with people in real life is another way, and I highly, highly recommend it, just because you're not just talking, but you're also developing other skills as well, like active listening. You're always on your toes. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're always on your toes, thinking about what to say next and how to keep the conversation going. So just try as many different forms of communication or speaking as you possibly can. Something too that I think about is, why would I share this publicly? Why don't I just keep doing what I've been doing for years and just record videos and then just store them forever? Because one, I get the practice in, and I get to keep this stuff private. Well, for one thing, I feel like I'm not the only one who is going through this. I'm not the only one that has a problem with speaking, or not necessarily maybe a problem, but more like a weakness that can be improved, that you should improve. So I feel like if someone sees this, if someone sees me trying and sees the progress that I've made throughout the years, all of the hard work, they will get motivated, they will get inspired, they will have realistic expectations on how, like, okay, I can get better at this, but it is going to take some time. It's going to take dedication, discipline, and very consistent amount of work, but it's possible. So that's something that I want to happen. I don't know if it's already happened. I'm just doing my own thing. If you are one of these people, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. But another reason, this for me personally, it's like why I'm doing this is I'm running out of space. I'm not the richest person, so I don't have an unlimited amount of storage. And just me uploading these videos on YouTube allows me to document, but also allows me to free up my my hard drive space. So I feel like it's a win-win. You don't have to get or to have everything figured out at this point. I'm almost 27 years old, man. I don't have everything figured out. I feel like I have nothing figured out, but at the same time, I feel like it is the greatest privilege to be here in this moment and not have everything figured out. So I feel like you can sort of take it as it is at face value, but then you could have either a positive viewpoint of it or a negative viewpoint of it. It's up to you on how you want to sort of process this. And if there's something that you're not resonating with, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what I have to say. Again, this is all just like my thoughts and opinions. This video is for me, but I want to share it because I also want to help others as well. If you stayed up until this part of the video, which is basically the end, thank you. I really appreciate you. I hope that you become the best version of yourself. I hope you keep continuing to work towards becoming the best version of yourself, no matter who you are. Just keep showing up, stay consistent. Everything will work out. That's it for me for now. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.